Hello, it is Sunday and it's time for my mental health vlog. Last week you got to meet Stella, who we think is a wire terrier schnauzer mix with who knows what else in there. She is a 4-year-old rescue dog. So she was staying with us all week so we could get a feel for if she was a good fit for our family and if our family was a good fit for her, because it's equally important. It became very obvious quickly that she felt like she had found her forever family. She started off being very, very skittish and very, very scared, but warmed up to my boyfriend and I very, very quickly. We can tell she feels very safe here and very loved, and very comfortable. So we were liking the interactions that we were getting. We're keeping things very, very slow with interactions between the two dogs, rewarding great behavior when they're just existing in the same space together, and then separating them if there's any level of tension that rises. We did have one little scuffle between the two of them early on, but ever since then it's been almost fine. Like, they made their battle, they set their boundaries, and then they're good. So there's not a ton of interaction between the two of them. Like, they know each other coexist, and I think Stella wants to play with Locke the corgi, but he's 8 and he's old and he's cranky, so he doesn't always want to play. He just likes to, bark and be grouchy sometimes. Sounds like my dad. But when they are together, they do seem to be very, very well. So anyway, the last box to check was, does my son, like her? And he came over on Friday night, like he normally does, to spend Friday and Saturday with us. And right before bed on Friday, we asked him, I was like, so what do you think? Do you think Stella should be part of our family? And he was like, oh yeah, she's great. She's cute. So he really liked her and she really liked him. So we made the decision on Friday night that Stella would officially join the family. So we got the adoption paperwork from the foster, and we're in the process of getting that filled out and making it all official. But Stella's not going anywhere. And her official name is Stella Ann Marie. So, she'll get the full name when she's in trouble or we're being formal. Because formal pets, she's going to get a ball gown. I have no idea now. Although I used to have a dog who had a pearl necklace and a dress. So I really can't judge people that dress up their animals. But Stella is great, and she's been great. So she's officially part of the family. Her nickname is Stella Bella. And that came from when we were first talking to my boyfriend's mom about the dog. She wasn't hearing us very well on the call, and she kept saying Bella, and we're like, no, it's Stella. Well, Bella fits her. Yeah, that sounds great. I'm like, no, it's Stella. But anyway, it rhymes, it's cute, so Stella Bella is her nickname. And she is such a love, and she is so sweet, and she is so silly and really weird sometimes. So she fits into the family just perfectly. And yes, I've already dyed her mohawk blue. Don't worry, it is vegan and organic and pet-friendly hair color. But her little white mohawk was what sold me on her on the rescue page, and what wanted me to read more about her. So I kind of feel like it was just kismet, and it was just meant to be that she and I have little matching mohawks. I do love her. She's so cute. Let's see, what else is going on? This week has been hard. Work has been super, super busy, as I talked about last week. I've got some projects that we were waiting and waiting and waiting for more information, and we finally got some information. So I'm juggling 3 really big projects right now, and it's very time consuming. Especially with us going on vacation this week. So work has been very, very hard. My boyfriend made the comment that I'm not nearly as accessible as I was. And he wasn't saying that as a negative derogatory thing. He was just kind of saying, like, I get it. I've been busy. I understand. It's just something I've noticed. And he didn't mean it to be mean or hurtful, but it really kind of hurt because I feel like I'm becoming that adult I never wanted to become. I never wanted to be that person that was checking work emails at all hours of the day and on the weekends, and having a really hard time setting boundaries between personal time and work time, and always saying, oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't do this because I had to work, or I couldn't do this because I had to get this done. So I've never had this level of pressure and stress at work before, nor have I ever been in a position where I feel like I'm as important as I am right now. So it's just, I think for me, a matter of finding that balance between being productive at work, being the rock star that I want to be and getting this stuff done, but making sure that other areas of my life are not being neglected. My relationship with my boyfriend, my relationship with my son, of course, working on my step work for my sobriety. Those are things that I can't push off. So I need to find a way to balance that out. I heard back from the embroidery machine place that has my machine, who is getting it repaired. The parts plus the labor, once the part comes in, it's going to be over $1,000 to fix. So that kind of sucks because I'm down, so I'm not making any money off of Etsy right now, and I'm having to spend a few months, what would normally be a few months profit, to get it fixed. And there's a chance it'll be a few months before that part is available. So that wasn't the best news this week, but that's kind of where I am. My boyfriend and I talked about the fact that once we get back from vacation, I might open my store up for a few days, let about 20 to 25 orders come in, and then shut the shop back down while I work on those orders. Otherwise, I feel like the order volume that I would get would be too high for me to keep up with the smaller, slower machine that I'm using right now, which was a backup machine, and now it's become my only machine. So that's a little stressful, because the income from that was always nice padding when things were tight, or if things were covered, or if I needed to get something that I normally wouldn't buy. That was a great place to pull those resources from, and now those resources are dry until I can get it back up and running. So that is very, very frustrating for me. Plus, I don't really have the opportunity to work on like the new designs that I want to work on, because now I'm going to have, spending all my time trying to catch up on orders. But anyway, that will eventually get resolved. It's just kind of a right now inconvenience. I have finished working on the second part of my fourth step. The fourth step is personal defects of character. So this section was things about myself I don't like, or character attributes of myself that I don't like or I find hindering. So I've made that list, and I'm going to send it over to my sponsor this week, and we'll start talking on that and looking at the next step, or the next part of the fourth step. And the fourth step is a really big, drawn out step, and a lot of people say it's the one that they dreaded the most. Same. But it's also the one that they got the most out of. So I know that if I stay motivated and get through it, then it will be rewarding. Had some friends over for dinner and games last night, and it was really nice just, to have a couple friends and come over, and my boyfriend made an amazing dinner, because he's a great cook. And then we just chilled and played, some video games, and then they went home, and it was just very chill, very relaxing, but it was really nice. And I had to give my boyfriend kudos, because again, I've been so busy with work, that he pretty much organized the entire thing, the food, what time, drinks, all that kind of stuff. And I basically just showed up and grabbed some things from the store that were needed. But my boyfriend's been great. He's actually been great for the past week or two, as I have been so consumed with work that he has been covering some of my chores and stuff for me, like dishes and laundry, and he's been helping, more with Stella, getting, because feeding the dogs now it's a bigger ordeal. We're having to make them separate food, we're having to feed them in separate areas, so he's been really great about helping out with that too. and his Etsy business has picked up as well, and he's getting a steady stream of orders already. So I'm quite excited for him. Of course, his product takes less time to generate, but still, I'm super excited for him, and he seems to really be enjoying it at the same level that I really enjoy doing the embroidery stuff. So I'm excited for him. Wednesday, we fly out to Florida. My son is very excited, which I'm excited about. And because he hasn't seen his grandparents or his aunt in like 4 years in person. So I'm very excited for him to see his family. The family's very excited to see him. Of course, my boyfriend's going with us, and it's the first time that my boyfriend and my son and I have gone on a trip like this together. So it's like a new family trip for my new family. And I'm excited about that. Tentative, or not, that's the word. I'm not super excited about potential conflicts with my dad and I, because there's always just a tension between the two of us. Last time I visited, it was pretty good, and that was for my parents' 50th wedding anniversary, and hoping that this one will be pretty good too, especially now that my son's a little older. He can pick up a lot more, he can repeat a lot more, and the point of views expressed by my father might be greatly different than the point of views that my son is used to hearing. So it should be interesting. And my aunt is coming down from South Carolina to stay with us while we're down there. And I'm very excited because I love her to pieces and always want to see her. So I'm excited to see family. I'm excited to be in my sister's pool. I'm excited to eat boiled peanuts. My sister actually called me today on video chat in the pool eating boiled peanuts. She's like, I just wanted to call and show you that I'm in the pool and I'm eating boiled peanuts and you're not. So, bitch. But I do. I'm excited. My life is crazy right now. I'm just trying to keep up and keep afloat, honestly. Work has definitely been stressful, and more so than it ever has been. But the thing is, as stressful as it can be, I really love what I'm doing, and evidently I'm sort of good at it. So I'm enjoying that growth. I'm getting like headhunted every day. I mean, because everyone's hurting for work, or for employees. And I don't think I've been doing this job long enough to be confident enough in my skills to even consider going to another company, especially when I've been with the same company for 21 years. Of course, because I've been with the same company for 21 years, salary compression is real, and I could probably easily be making 20 to 30K more if I went to another company, but I just don't know if I'm ready for that or if I want that. I like the company that I work with. There's actually someone who's been at the company longer than I have, who I have been familiar with this person since early on working with the company. And I saw him as a staple in the company, and he just gave his 2 weeks notice this week. And it was a very weird feeling. I'm like, it'll be so weird with him not being here as a resource, or not hearing his name in meetings, or just, it's weird. It's just a weird feeling. That's like one of those people you just expected to always be there. So, but I'm excited for him. Started the GoFundMe for, to get my book published officially, The Elephant Above Us, and just did a live video a little bit before this to show all the cool things, all the cool marketing materials that we've had made to give people when they make donations for the GoFundMe. So that was a lot of fun. That's been on my to-do list for a very long time, and it just hasn't happened, but today I made it happen. Been experiencing some weird pain in my legs the past couple of days, and I'm hell-bent and determined for it not to mess up my vacation that's upcoming. So I'm just taking some good painkillers, and I got some little patches that I can put on my leg from where the pain is, and hope for the best and see if I can survive the week and then deal with it when I get back. I think that's all I've got going on. I know that's a lot. That's all I have going on. It's crazy. But I'm very content and happy right now. I'm happy in my relationship. I'm happy with my relationship with my son. I'm happy with work, even though it's stressing me the fuck out. I'm happy that my Etsy business has been so successful, even though it's on vacation right now. I'm happy, and I worked really hard to be happy, and I'm worthy of being happy. I'm worthy of having things that make me happy or enhance my happiness. So I'm in a really good place right now. Always room for growth, but I'm in a really good place right now. That's it for me, guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I will be checking in next Sunday from Florida, and it will be Father's Day, which I will have my son on Father's Day. That's awesome. I will be with my dad on Father's Day. That's terrifying. But it'll be whatever it will be. Check on your friends. Make sure they're doing okay. It's the summer. Make plans to see them, especially if they have a pool. Check on your family. Make sure they're doing okay. Make time to see them, especially if they have a pool. And check on yourself. Make sure you're doing your self-inventory, your gratitude lists, making sure you have what you need and you're doing what you need to make sure you're taking care of yourself. Self-care is critical, and I'm trying really hard to pick that back up because that was suffering for a while. All right, guys, I will check in with you next week. Thank you so much for your time. Bye.